Well, good afternoon and good morning on the West Coast. Yep, it's still morning, 11:30 on the West Coast, and it's 2:32 here on the East Coast. And as you can see, our special guest for On the Dot is going to be Kerri Accardi, and she's going to join us in a few minutes here. Very excited today. The NFL Player Care Foundation is doing a virtual job fair, which is very exciting. I have to take my hat off to the NFL for doing that because there are about 22,000 NFL alumni, and it's a big weekend for the NFL. It's Super Bowl weekend, and we've got the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Los Angeles Rams, and it's in Los Angeles. And I know a lot of my friends who live in California are down there in Southern California getting ready for a big game on Sunday. So as we always try to do with On the Dot, we try to wish some happy birthdays today. And we've got a couple birthdays that I want to wish a happy birthday to Robin Lindsay. Happy birthday, Robin. And give my best to your lovely husband, Matt. And then I also want to wish happy birthday to my good friend, John Heffernan. And I like to call him Dude. John and I worked at the United Nations many, many years ago, and he's been doing great things ever since with his wonderful wife, Margie, and his three beautiful daughters. Happy birthday, John. And happy birthday to Jan Hutchins. Jan Hutchins, former sports announcer in California. Happy birthday to Jan. And then the final two birthdays, you probably know their names. Happy birthday to Jennifer Aniston today, the famous actor, Jennifer Aniston. And the famous musician, Sheryl Crow. It's her birthday today. So with that, without further ado, I'm going to bring on Kerri Accardi, amazing woman. Let me bring her on right now. Hi, Kerri.
Hi. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You're coming in loud and clear.
All right. We're on my phone. We switched it up.
Well, welcome to On the Dot. We actually showcased you a couple weeks ago. And to let everyone know, I met Kerri through her friend Ed Breslin, and the last couple years for me has been an amazing educational journey. I have learned a lot about cannabis. A few years ago, if you had mentioned sativa or indica or what's Schedule 1 or even that movie Reefer Madness. I didn't know anything about anything when it came to cannabis. And actually, I think it was Kerri that said, Mike, what are you doing on April 20th, 420? I had no idea what 420 was. So I don't know what planet I was living on, but now I've gone from complete ignorance to I know just a little bit to have become a cannabis evangelist. And as we know on the Dot, it's not about me. It's about this beautiful woman right here, Kerri Accardi. And let me just start off with, she has started this amazing network called Connected, and it's C-A-N-N-E, and I'll put it down on the bottom, like not connected with C-O, it's CANNECTED.TV. And she is the executive producer of this network. And I'm just so excited to know her. It's almost like the beginning for me. It's like the beginning of CBS or ABC or NBC. And she's just a visionary. And Kerri, could you just share with everybody that's listening right now, tell us how you got involved, your background, where you grew up, your story, about your life story.
Thank you. And thank you for a great introduction. My name is Kerri Accardi, and I grew up in New York. I grew up in Staten Island, New York, and as a child, and then I lived on the East Coast and West Coast, back and forth the whole time. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. I don't
You're
see.
coming in loud and clear.
I was like, okay.
Loud
That's fine. Okay. I was like, where is he? Yeah. So Mike, my background is I'm a trained actress. I am a producer. I'm a director. I can edit, and I'm definitely a storyteller. And how I got into cannabis was out of pain. My Aunt Kathy passed away in 2013. And I know that cannabis could have helped her, and did slightly help her towards the end. Um, and really, the best way to put it is, like, in her life, she gave me everything, and in her death, she gave me purpose. And December 10th, 2013, I left on a mission to educate the world about cannabis. And I was really fortunate at that time. I knew somebody that owned a collective, what they call a dispensary, in Northern California, and I started there. And I literally started, from the ground up. That night, I was in a political council meeting, and the next day, I was learning how to grow. Um, and that really started this in this wild journey. Started learning a lot, and in January 14, New York quasi legalized through executive order. And I called a former colleague and said I was going to start, at that time, a video production company. Did he want to be a part of it? And he did. And that began the journey of 420 Media. Um, in this whole journey, I mean, we really built this company as an agency and a content creation company to showcase brands, showcase stories. I mean, share all this information about the plant and, our endocannabinoid system, and just, like, literally what people would look at like miracle stories. And at the same time, learning about the history that this plant should have never been taken from us, and that it was based on greed, on power, and there were racial tactics used, and then the war on drugs, and jail, and all sorts of stuff, to where we are today. And so basically, in this journey of starting and meeting people on the ground, we started filming from 2014, with the intention to always launch a channel for people to plug in, to learn about what they want to learn about. Because the one thing I learned is that people need to see themselves in this space. So, we work with athletes or doctors and nurses, to really help showcase the plant for she is. And are you still there? I don't see you. Okay, there you are. and then and then and then last year we launched Connected TV, and Connected TV is our streaming TV channel. We're on Roku, Apple TV, and devices globally, which is really awesome. Android TV, Amazon Fire, Google Play devices. We're online. We recently premiered our first long form series, which is Athletes in Cannabis, hosted by Marvin Washington, a Super Bowl champion, called Fifth Quarter. We're getting really good feedback on that. And it really, it gives people insights into cannabis and our endocannabinoid system through the eyes of an athlete. We have a ton of content coming out. We have 7 years of professionally filmed content already. Over 500 stories, and tons in different stages of development now. And so it's really exciting. It's everything everyone said that we can't do. So it's kind of fun now.
Oh, it's so exciting. There's no doubt. And you're paving the way, Kerri. I mean, as executive producer, you're starting a whole new network. And what's exciting, I put down here just below, to learn more, they can go to connected.tv.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And
and search in the App Store. Yeah, we're in the, we're in all the app stores, and go subscribe. We're gonna have releasing a lot of content. We just added a marketplace for cannabis brands to educate consumers directly and showcase their brands. And we use QR codes, so we really drive leads back to their website, their store, whatever they're promoting. It's like a digital mall, I call it. So that's really exciting.
That is exciting. And I have to ask you, because I see this, you're starting with cannabis, but ultimately, our goal is to help people with their health and wellness. Mm-hmm. And I just see, are you open to new technologies, new developments in your marketplace? Do you see, like, for example, one of the things I love about the cannabis world is people are so, and the word I want to say is so chill and so open and so welcoming. That's not an industry that's not open for whatever the possibility. So the reason I ask you is the marketplace. If there was some amazing technology that may not have be completely connected to cannabis, but could really help the the network, the world, would you be open to placing it in your marketplace?
Yeah, as long as it fits in what we're doing in the plant medicine. So we're not looking to bring in drugs, for other treatments. That's just not our lane, and I feel like it would diversify us too much, and that's not really something. This is truly meant to be for people exploring in a plant medicine, in a health and wellness through food. So if it fits in that, psychedelics, again, that's a plant and fungi, so we're definitely open for that. But we wouldn't be what we see on TV now for those pharmaceutical commercials. That would not be the right place for it.
Okay. Oh, good. Well, that's good to know, because
Mhm.
I do think when you go to the site, it's just amazing what you've done in such a short period. Because you launched, I believe, on 420 last year, right?
We did. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. I just put a post up on LinkedIn today that when we launched that, we put a billboard out in Times Square, and that billboard had my aunt's face on it. So that was like so funny for me in a heartwarming way. And we announced to the world we all have the endocannabinoid system, and that about connected TV with some of our sponsored brands and stuff. So that was super fun. That was
Yeah.
really fun. Hmm.
Well, I've just noticed in the couple years that I've been using cannabis, it really has changed my life. If I need to sleep, if I really need to get a great night's sleep, cannabis is amazing.
Hmm.
If something is a pain, I love the topicals that cannabis
Hmm.
provides. I didn't even know. You talk about not knowing terms. I didn't know what a tincture was. I didn't know what
Oh
tincture.
wow.
Yeah, so I
Wow.
was,
Yeah.
and I would suspect that there are many people that are still not aware. And so what you're doing is fantastic. So now where is connected TV today? Again, is it difficult to, I mean, can you go and download it right from on your phone, the app?
Please go download it right now, whoever's watching, and when this replays. Yes. Yes. All the links are at connected.tv, which is running on your screen. And then Roku, Apple, Google Play, all of them have the app. And we would love you to download, subscribe. It's free right now. We'll have premium based options coming up. We're adding events, we're adding podcasts, we're adding all sorts of other parts of the channel. It's really meant to connect people, right? I mean, like, you're new, Mike, as we know, into cannabis a couple of years, and so are so many people coming in now that the industry's exploding, right? Where people, when something affects your health, or can help you sleep, and you don't have nasty side effects, this is like, I mean, this is a win for a lot of people. And so um this is a place to connect people to learn more. And some people want to know more about children and health. Some people want to learn about their endocannabinoid system. Some people want to be entertained, and they just, whatever that is for them, there needs to be a place. The industry is disconnected all over the place right now. I've been watching it. In part of it, I call myself an outsider insider. And New York is opening up, New Jersey's opening up. People are still confused. What are the rules, the laws, the regulations? How can they get involved? And unless you know who to look for on LinkedIn or on social media, and vice versa, unless the groups know how to find the people that are looking to find them, it's excuse my language, a clusterfuck right now. And so what this is meant to do is it's meant to provide people a platform to come and start that journey, or explore the journey, or learn about different products or people, or brands, whatever that is for them. including people in the industry, and then they can further those relationships via email, via LinkedIn, social media, or meeting in person. So we're the bridge, I guess, between the industry and the consumers.
And do you envision, Kerri, do you envision connected TV becoming like a social network where people really get connected? Do you see that that's going to
Well,
happen?
we're not. No,
Revolution?
I mean, in the way of connecting via when you go to the marketplace, and I can learn about OnTheDot, or you can learn about 420 Media directly from me. I believe that personalizing brands will build relationships. Yes. With that said, we're not trying to become a Facebook or a social media platform. That's really not the lane that we're in right now, or plan to be, really. We work with others, though. We have preferred partners. We have people we align with, and so if that social media platform is built or exists and they were to reach out to us, I'd be happy to explore some sort of partnership, because the goal is always to have a winning situation for all. And that's what I'm really proud of in Connected is, we're helping brands reach consumers while educating them, which is what everyone's saying is we're missing education, we're missing advertising, and what we're doing is saying, here you go. And now it's up to you to, have a good product.
Yeah. By the way, I'm just going to give you, I don't know if this is happening, but your cell phone, if your cell phone is too close to the microphone, it might give some feedback. I don't know if that's
Hang on.
happened, because
Okay.
I just heard some, I call it ambient
Here,
noise.
here. Oh, wait. Hang on. Hang on.
There you go.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Sorry.
No
There you go. I
worries.
just gave your view.
No worries. Okay. Here, we'll go back on here. We'll bring you on in just a second.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Are you there, Kerri?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay. I can hear
Any
you.
better?
So, Kerri, what we do
Okay.
on the dot is you get the last word. And I want you to talk as long as you want, whatever you want to talk about. I would say, what a lot of people want to know is what's the future of cannabis? When is it going to be legal in South Carolina or Florida or Texas? Where is this going? When Vice President Kamala Harris said this was a top priority to get this off of Schedule 1, and you never hear them talk about it anymore. I mean, obviously there's, there've been other areas that the government's been involved, concerned about the last couple of years. But I remember Bernie Sanders said, if I'm elected, day one, cannabis will be taken off of Schedule 1. So with that, you get the last word. And thank you again, Kerri, for coming on the dot. It's awesome. And I'm so excited about connected.tv. I encourage everyone to download the app and get on the site and check out the marketplace. It's very exciting. And one final thing, you also have a special announcement I heard as well. So Kerri, take it away.
Okay. So is that the sound better? First of all? Okay, good. Okay. So legalization, this has been saying for years and years and years, and it's corruption. So when they get whatever it is that they're seeking, whomever the powers to be are, I don't want to be calling anyone out right now. That's when we get legal. It's a bad joke on patients right now, and businesses that are spending millions of dollars paying taxes, supporting and they are not removing it from Schedule 1, which should have never been on Schedule 1 to begin with. And you know, they're not even educating people on the Farm Bill, so they don't care. I'm not going to make a prediction. I'm not going to say it's happening this year. The bills that are going through, people are not happy about anyway. So I say power to the people. We need to step up and really design what this industry will look like. And everyone should have the right to grow, as far as I'm concerned. That's what I have to say. All right. The other thing I want to say is a kind of a half event, half project. You want this one, Mike? I want to see you on this a little. Can we double screen it? All right. Here's the deal. I was inspired this week. I was inspired by being annoyed. Okay. And I was annoyed because I saw a very, a friend of mine and a colleague on LinkedIn post about an event happening this year soon that only had one woman in the whole event in 2022. Last I've known, diversity and social equity are like the buzzwords in cannabis. So are you there, Mike? I want to see you again, because this is like a guy thing. You there? All right. So here's the deal. I mean, don't you agree 2022? Didn't someone look at your roster and say, no, don't do this. Don't do this. And so instead of, crying or being angry about it, I thought to myself, well, Kerri, you have a pretty big platform right now. And so what we're going to do, Mike, and I'm going to announce it next week, but I figure we'll just share it with you first, is I'm going to open up the genie box of women in the cannabis industry, since it's apparent that the organizers don't know who they are. And we're going to open this up to every single woman in cannabis to share their story under guidelines of a certain amount of time and sound and all that stuff. And we're going to have them upload their video that will go to our editors, which will streamline them into nicely edited format. And then we're going to air it on 420 all day, celebrating women in cannabis. And then we're going to leave it on the channel for a whole year. So then this way, no one can say, hey, I didn't know that woman existed. What do you think?
Awesome. That is awesome. I mean, Wonder Woman, the last 3 years, the movie Wonder Woman captivated me. And I have no doubt in my mind that women in this next decade are going to transform the world. And what you're doing is getting the women of cannabis involved. And that's awesome. That's fantastic.
So that's the plan. And we have a lot of podcasts coming out now that we're producing, and we're also partnering with. We have other content coming on the channel, and we're going to open up this marketplace and launch it in March, which is really going to be like a digital mall for cannabis brands. And I'm pumped.
Well, you're awesome, Kerri, and I'm just so honored to know you, and I'm so grateful to Ed for introducing me to you a few years back. And if there's anything,
hey Ed, call me back. Call me back.
Yes, yeah. What's the next big event when you look at cannabis? Is it going to be the 420 event? Is that going to be you going to do an online event with 420?
With 420, we'll air that on the channel. I might get involved with some live events during that day. I'm not really sure. We're really working on a bunch of projects that we'll be filming soon, including an event series. So we're going to be going into castings and stuff like that, and really stepping this channel up to be more like a Hulu or one of those streaming channels where you could shop for weed.
Well, Kerri, thank you so much. You rock. And again, I'm going to
rock.
No, you rock. But again, I want to give it back to you because you get the last word on the dot.
Awesome. So I would love if everyone could subscribe to our channel. Links are at connected.tv, that's on the screen, or you can find information at 420media.us. My name's Kerri Accardi. My email is Kerri, Kerri, at 420media.us. And thanks, Dot. This was so fun, and I was glad to be on here. Thank you.